Hey guys, and welcome to the ultimate 2020 guide for Wizard101. Whether or not you are just getting back into the game, if you've never played the game and wondering if it's still worth it, or you're just interested in watching a random video on a game you like, I've got you covered. So I'm going to go over everything the game has either changed, is going on with the game, everything you might want to know. Because jumping into the game in 2020 is a pretty big jump. It's a pretty big pool to jump into if you've never played before. So first I'm going to go over pricing, because this game is not free. You probably noticed. But there are two methods of playing. You've got the method I use, which is the membership. With the membership, you get a bunch of membership benefits, which are actually really good, which most people don't even touch on and just think of the actual being able to explore every world and every part of the game. Everything, when you choose membership, you have the whole game. There's no real restrictions against anything, and you get benefits as well, which people don't even really talk about, but they are pretty good. Let me just move forward so I don't go AFK. This method will work best if you maybe take a few breaks from the game, you're just starting to play the game. I'll go with the membership. Sometimes they will offer a half off first membership, or they've done like one weekend where they've made the first part of the game free. By the first part I mean the first world, not really the first part of the game, which is pretty good. The other way you can play is the pay-as-you-go method using the in-game currency known as crowns. I only have 100 because I spent them all on Gulcher Horde packs, which I've touched into a bit. But that's you can buy every single area in the game as you go. Now I'm pretty sure this costs around $300. Like, something like that. If you were just to pay it upright, you know. So I found a thing. Let me just, because someone did calculate how much it would be to buy. Because I'm not going to go off my number. I probably messed up. Everything. So it would cost $207 to $310. I think that depends on things you buy and things you do. I think just to get the stock game is $207, but for side world and extra stuff like that, $310. I would obviously, but that sounds like a lot to do as you play, and it is. But if you're not interested in stuff like PvP, or some of the member benefits don't really appeal to you as much, and you know you're going to be playing this game for like 3 onwards years, this is the best method, because it's $10 a month, while you're playing. And say you've, like loads of people have, been playing since launch, that's 12 years, 12 times, you can do the maths, it's a basic, simple equation. You're spending more than you would have if you had just bought it as you play. It is a lot slower to play like that, but some people say it feels a bit better because you basically can take time on doing other stuff, and then you buy the next area, then you do all the side quests within that, and it is an effective method of playing. I use the membership because I tend to take breaks. Like maybe I'll play for 2 months, take a one month break, and then I'll come back and play again. That's why I don't really have a high level character. This is my highest, only 74. There is so much more I have to do on this character. The max, if you're wondering, is 130. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it goes up to 140 with the new world that should be dropping soon. If it goes to 135, then most people will be in a riot. They'll be really annoyed, because every full world is meant to give 10 levels. But sometimes they do like half worlds where it's part 1, part 2, which is really annoying to do, and it makes it go up 5 levels and 5 levels for the next one. But hopefully we go up 10 levels to 140, not 135. Right, let's talk about when you make a new character. Let's just quickly go to show you what it's like when you're just starting out. So you obviously won't have the wizards that I have. This is my life, this is my death, and this is my level 5 ice, which I'm currently doing a walkthrough of. So yeah, but you got to make your character. You can obviously do all of this, and what happens is you get to choose your school. You've probably done this, storm, whatever, and you make your character. And they did upgrade quite a lot of graphics. You can shuffle around with here until you get one that you might want to edit off. Let me just quickly make a real rough character. I still need to make him look good. I still want him to look how I have all my characters. You know, I'm not skimping on anything. You know, if he's a storm, he needs to have the storm colors. I will not stand for any less than that. Yeah, whatever. Rogan Bane, that's him. And when you play, you obviously you get thrown right in to the story, and then you'll be able to play. So as you start, I'm not going to go through this whole motion here, but obviously you want to do questing. You know, you just naturally quest up, and progress through until I don't even know how I made a new character for this. I think I was just trying to show you how everything begins. You literally just get this guy, get his quest. He should port you over to the place that you need to go. And yeah, just do that. I'm gonna delete this guy. I don't even know why I made him for this, but yeah. So see ya, Rogan Bane. No one really cares about you. So let's quickly show you how everything works, and this is my most effective way of questing is going to be this. Now this looks really ugly because this is like one of the first houses that was ever added to the game. This is my house for just junk. I generally just spam things in here, and I've recently opened a pack, so I can probably just put some more stuff in here. Yeah, I got this guy. What else did I get? I got this. Okay, I literally got that guy. Okay. So this is the world list. You will, when you finish Wizard City, which is the first world, you'll do the Unicorn Way, which is here. It's demonstrated to you here on this part of the map. You know what? I've got a more effective way of showing this. When you go into Wizard City, you will do. So this is a bit daunting. So you start in Unicorn Way, and then you go around to Old Town. You do Triton Avenue, Firecat Alley, Cyclops Lane. Do all of these, and then depending on how much you want to do, if you're interested in like story and a bit of lore, I would go do Colossus Boulevard, and then I would go to Nightside, which is an area you unlock while you're questing just before you go to the next world, and I would do the Sunken City dungeon, and then you might have enough levels to go to this place called, it's not on here, but you will get a call. Someone will pop up here and he will tell you to come to him, and you'll go to that. It's Crab Alley. That gives a lot of XP. I would 100% do this if this is your first run. I would have followed that pattern. You would have literally done every area in the game, and then you're finished with that. And then after this, it's not much complicated to do here. So something I would recommend is at like level 10 maybe, try, like, depending on what school you are at level 10, if you are life or death, like this character is and my death is, try craft for life, craft a kookaburra pet. I don't craft, I mean hatch a kookaburra pet, and for death, hatch a gloomy eye pet. Now this is really daunting. Let me just quickly go show you how that works before. So there are way more pet guides out there. Go to the YouTube, I'll leave a link in the description. Ferric, watch most of his pet guides. They will help you more than what I'm about to say right now. But what I just said probably meant absolutely nothing. Here is what I mean. These are the two pets they give. You don't want to care about what stats they give at this point. That's why you can make them really, really cheap. So what at level 10, so let's say you're level 10, now you want to come over to here. So you should have got a random pet when you're questing. Go up to this thing, this little trainer here, and just beat all of these games. You won't have a skip game option until you beat enough games like I have. So do that until you get skip game option. For pet snacks, the ones I prefer to use, I don't think I have any more than left. So you can do, there's multiple options. You've got, this is the quickest way of getting them for me, is you can get killer tomatoes or tomatoes, which are the best way, which are pretty easy to get if you do arena tickets that are cheap. You can get them also from this place called the Bazaar. You will definitely bump into the Bazaar. I'm not going to go show you the Bazaar. You will find the Bazaar when you're questing through. Don't you worry about that. And you can buy them from there in the pet snack option. And then you feed up your pet to adult. Don't go any further than adult. Leave that pet at adult. Come up to this little thing. Browse pets, and it say your life, like I am. What I would do is I would go all the way here. I've gone past it, haven't I? Where even is it? Here it is. Kookaburra. You want to go on this thing, and this is a really bad pet actually. I don't know why this. I mean, I guess it's not really that bad, but yeah, you want one of these because these give leaf storm, and now you can try find a really cheap one, which is not going to be the easiest task because these are really high demand sometimes. But you might just have to spam back a bit, or do this where you go like this when you go onto it. Click on it, hit back, and then hit forward, which halves the list, and then kind of just go to the end and just find something that's in your price range. These are really expensive. I don't know why these are so expensive. Try find something within a price range. Now 45,000 is like the minimum, is like the average if you're hatching just for the spell. So you might be like, oh, how do I get gold? I have like nowhere near that much gold. I have this much gold. Yeah, I have like no gold because I just bought a bunch of stuff. So the way you can get gold is, this is the same thing you should all do at level 10. Just, oh no, before you go to Crocotopia. This depends. I don't know what level you could be at level 2 before Crocotopia. So after you've done like City, all of that stuff. So the thing you're going to want to do is you can do this thing called like tournament farming. I think that's how I'm going to describe it. Because you want some pieces of gear that are really good to you. So here I'll show you. You don't have to do any other quests for this. Literally just come back here, go over to this place, the arena. You don't have to do Diego's quests at all. Just make sure you are at least level 10. Now you want to come over to this thing, and then click on this thing. This one's about to begin. I'm not going to do it. I would never recommend doing these on 3v3s. Do these on 1v1s. All you do is you sit here, you press enter. I've been doing it. You click on this box, and so that still says. You hold down A or D or whatever, and then you click on the box, click off, and now you sit like this. Or you can play the tournament itself, or you could just be AFK like I normally am. And then what should happen is you'll get arena tickets. I have 9 because again I spent them on stuff. And then after you get some, you're gonna want to come over to this guy, and he sells these. You want these ones, the orange one. You want both of these orange ones actually. And here's what that set looks like. I should actually have a set for it. No, I don't. My sets have been ruined because I've recently changed a bunch of gear around. So here's what the set looks like. Not that. You know, it's like a fisherman set. And now that you have this on, this will boost your fishing stats. Yes, there are fishing stats. And now that you have this, come up to this guy. Or do this at level 7. You can come up to this guy at level 7. I normally wait until I'm doing this. Literally follow exactly what I'm doing right now. And then you won't have this quest. You'll have a different quest. Do that first quest. Once that first quest is completed, then you can make your way over to here. This is the castle tours. Interact with this person. Visit castle. Top rated. Hit down like that. Click on Arrow Village. You might have to search around a bit depending on how things change. and then you go over here, and then a little thing should pop up here, and you will probably only have rank 1 ice lore. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to farm this this up until your rank is 5, like mine is here. So just keep getting these. A lot will get away until you're rank 5, because that's for some reason the nature of this game. And then I'll show you what you do when you're rank 5, because you're going to want a high rank spell so you can catch more of these fish. Now I'm not going to go through this game the entire way, I'm just trying to get you kick started, because then after that there's a lot fewer things. Anyway, that gives XP. You get up, and then what you can do is you can ask someone, literally go to the commons, and ask someone, go up to them, can someone please port me to the fishmen or fishers, or just say, can someone please port me to Grizzleheim? Someone should hopefully port you to Grizzleheim. If they do, this is a low level world anyway, but like, yeah. By the way, when I said get yourself up to rank 5, that's going to be really hard just to sit down and do. So just keep doing that while you're questing. Every time you level up, go back and do it, because every time you level up, your XP will go up. So be doing this alongside your questing, because your energy will go down quite a lot, and leveling up puts your energy back up. So every time your energy goes down, get up a level, then do everything again until your level's down again. Just keep trying to get that gold, try to get that gold basically. And then you want to go to this person, hit train. It's not here because I already got it, but you want the rank 2. It should have a little 2 over here. Ice lure. This is possibly the best lure you can get for a really cheap, nice little price point. You know, you're more likely to catch fish that way. Alright, let me just quickly put on my actual set again. Boots of Esprit, Cape of Esprit, and Hood of Esprit. Alright, now that you've done that, you've fished a bunch, you're rank 5, just keep fishing, see how much you've got, and then what you want to do is you want to go to the Wizard City again. You want to go to the Commons, and you want to go to the fishermen, because this is where you're going to be. That's where that fish is then going to become useful, and you're going to be able to actually get gold out of it, which is obviously what we want from this guide. Okay, so now that you fished a bit, I fished like 1 fish up. Again, I already sold all my fish, that's why I don't have any here. But there you go. I link up to this guy, I hit sell your fish, I hit all this one, and then I sell it and I get gold. And then get that number up to 45,000. Then go up to that kiosk, find one for your price that you have. By the way, the minute just go for 45,000. Try find one for 45,000, and then hatch with it. You have a chance to not get your pet back. So, say I had this pet, and I then hatch it with like this pet. There's a 50-50 chance I'm gonna get this pet back instead of the pet that I wanted to get. So keep trying until you actually get to that pet. They can be really annoying. I got lucky and got this one just straight away. This is a really bad pet. Do not go for this pet. I mean, like, it's in the stats on it, but you don't need to care about stats at this point in time. Alright, now that you've got yourself a pet with a spell on it that you might like, maybe some talents we're able to get on it, there you go. You don't really have to do this for every single school. I'd mainly recommend it for life and death, because they only get an AoE hit, which is like a hit that will hit every single target at level 48. So yeah, it's a bit annoying to do that, so I used this pet so I can get it up. So alright, now that you've done that, I will go back into the spiral so I can, square up all the worlds again. After this, you are pretty much set for like really, really well. If you've just followed this throughout, do Crocotopia, move straight onto Marleybone. You literally don't have to do anything else. After Marleybone, straight after Marleybone, go there. Go to Merle Ambrose. You all know who Merle Ambrose is. Go and then he will give you a quest to go to Asteria, Wisteria is a side world that will level you up once or twice. It's actually pretty good. It's a really nice world, really nice looking world. I really like the storyline to this world, really fun. Do this world. Yeah, and after you've done that world, you should be really close to level 40 after this. Level 30 after that. If not, and you've finished Marleybone, you've finished Wisteria, and you've done Grizzleheim. Do Grizzleheim as well. Yeah, I would recommend doing Grizzleheim. No, don't do Grizzleheim yet, actually. Just ignore that. Grizzleheim doesn't even give XP. Like, it literally gives nothing. So you've done Wisteria, you've done Marleybone, you're not level 30, you've got Mushu. Just do a bit of Mushu. As you hit level 30, as soon as you hit level 30, just don't sleep on this. You'll hit level 30, some dude here will call you up. His name's Cyrus Drake. He will call you to go do this little thing. Anyway, this is where my guide is going to become less fake than that. That's a way more of a Kickstarter. Anyway, he will give you a quest to go to this place called Mount Olympus. Now, I'm going to get into the rest. So, after this, you pretty much can just... so, I'm going to quickly go to Mount Olympus. I'll show you. You have to do a whole quest to get here. So, the rest of the guide isn't going to be as in-depth as that was before Crocotopia there. I'm going to go over some gear that you're going to want to farm. And some things you might want to do in between, the world order that you're going to want to do, important stuff that you're going to want to go get, and all of that. So throughout, I'm just going to add this while I'm walking over, I'm going to just mention this. So throughout you're playing, your teacher will ask you to come get a spell from you, get it for you to go get a spell from them. Keep doing those, always do those, never sleep on those, like I have. Alright, anyway, so let's go to Mount Olympus. Let's go to Aquila. This has Mount Olympus at it. So this is the dungeon that you're going to want to do at level 30. Now this dungeon gives 2 sets of gear, none of which I have on this character because of course I would have sold them. They give, I think this person actually has them to craft from. I wouldn't do this if I were you, but here, this is what it was. 10 Adepts, Laurel, Truth. Don't craft this, ignore all of this. This is just how I can show you the gear. This is the Senator's gear. So you've also got, it's a bit different stats to this, but it's a similar kind of thing. You want to get at least, so you want to get at least full Senator's gear. What I would recommend is you max your runs at 10. If you do not get at least full Senator's gear in 10, just leave it, it's fine, you'll be fine. Stick to Bazaar gear, you'll be good. But the gear that is really good is the Zeus gear. Now this has a really annoying chance of dropping, like you barely get this stuff, but I've gotten really lucky before, so maybe so will you, but you might want to farm for this. Do this at least twice. One is because you're guaranteed to get this wand. It's the Sky Iron Harster. It does not look like this, by the way. This is a Stitch. It looks completely different to this. I can actually show you what it looks like. It's like a weird spear thing. It looks like this. I don't like the look of it, so that's why I stitched it away. But you need this. You'll have this till like level 90 or 100. Like, it's really, really good. 100% gonna get that. And 2 is because it gives a lot of XP. It'll level you up. Which is what we want. Okay, now this is where my gear guide is not going to be as in detailed. So after that, go do Mushu, and then after Mushu, what you're going to want to go do is go do a Grizzleheim quest. To get the Grizzleheim quest, you're going to want to go to Merl Ambrose again, and he should have a Grizzleheim quest for you. Do the entirety of Grizzleheim. I hate this place, it gives like no XP. Do this right after Mushu. There's actually nothing to do in between Mushu. After you've done all of this, you should hopefully, you might be level 40, but I don't know if it's level 40. So you should be called to go to here, which is a wintertusk. Then do this. I don't know if this is at level 40 or not, but right after Grizzleheim, try to do wintertusk. If you haven't got a quest for wintertusk, search up when you have to do wintertusk. I don't know how it works. It's been quite a while since I've done that. After you've done after you've done Wintertusk, then do Dragonspire, and then you can move on to Celestia, which is a really annoying world, and you can just move on. When you hit level, I'm gonna sit here now and say everything. When you hit level 60, the next place you want to go is you want to go back to Crab Alley, and you want to do Waterworks. The guy who gave you the quest for Crab Alley will give you a quest for Waterworks. Go to that dungeon, farm that for Waterworks gear. I have it here. This is not what it looks like. Again, this is a stitch, but this is the life one. It's the Cape of Esprit, Boots of Esprit, and Hood of Esprit. This gives really good stuff. And go do that. There are more in-depth gear guides for you to do. Alright, now that you've done that, you can keep doing stuff until level 90, where with level 100, you get this Darkmoor thing. Go follow some more gear guides, but that's how you can do it from start to finish. That's my more in-depth little talking about how what you should do to kind of. This is my little Kickstarter. Now you might be interested in a little thing called PvP. Now some schools are better for PvP than others. I would never recommend you do life for PvP. Here are my life PvP stats. Yikes. So yeah, they're really bad. Alright. PvP is available from the arena. You can do PvP if you want. PvP is one of the main big things that has really changed in this game and made it so worth it as it is. If you can get into PvP, then you'll have a whale of a time. It's a really fun mechanic in the game. But is this worth it in 2020? Well, that was my little Kickstarter. I guess I probably should have put this first, but it really is. The game is still expanding. It's a bit slower than it used to be, but it's still here to expand a bunch. So yeah, I mean, I would 100%. Yeah, if I was new and I was interested in this game, I would give it a try. Maybe you could just pay like $5 for like the first few worlds with the 2,500 crowns. You could just buy the first few areas and it's just $5. It's not the biggest amount, and you could kind of just buy that. So that's all you're going to really need to know. But you might want to be interested in something called the Crown Shop. This is literally the biggest part of this game, is the microtransactions. Yeah, it's everywhere. So here are packs. These are quite something, to be honest. There are some really good packs in here. There are some really bad packs in here. Yeah. But there's some really good packs. But the one pack that might come up quite a lot is these packs. You've got Grizzleheim Lore Pack, Wisteria Lore Pack, Professor Hall Pack, Gulch Lore Pack, Sinbad Hall Pack. Those might come up quite a bit. Now the reason being for this is Professor Hall Pack is the #1 pack to open for really good gear at different levels. Yeah, this has the best drop rates for everything. It's also how you get the wand I'm using. This, oh my god, I spent like $20 on this and I've got nothing. It's really annoying pack to open, but it gives these really good mounts that you might want. This also gives a really nice mount you might want. These give really good spells, so they're the most worth it ones are these. They also give nice gear at different levels depending on when you open them, but just know they are a pain. Things you shouldn't do is buy a pet. Things you shouldn't do is buy these. The only thing you should actually buy here is probably like heart steel and then use this for quite a while. Don't buy houses because look, watch this. I hit the only one that literally isn't is Avalon's Castle Plot. That's the only one. I think that it has to be gold. Everything else can be bought with. That has to be crowns. Everything else can be bought gold. Mounts, you can go right to the bottom, and you can actually click here and buy them for gold. But I mean, these are a fine purchase, I guess. Alright, another thing is henchmen as well. These might be tempting. I mean, I don't really recommend them that much. And then transformations might interest you. Don't buy them for crowns, buy them for gold. They're only 500. Really nice and cheap. Oh, I've been talking for ages. That's pretty much everything you really will need to know if you get into it. It is definitely worth it. If anything I missed, just comment, I will really reply to them. Trust me, I will reply to all, and I will tell you everything you need to know. My mouth is dry. I am tired. That was half an hour. I hope to see you cranking that Dragoon gear. Genuinely, if you're interested in gear stuff, really search that up. Pets, if you're confused about pets, go to Varric's channel. I'm really just trying to boost what you should do. In no means is this maybe exactly what you do. This is what I've done and it's worked for me. You really need to do a lot more research into the thing, but this game has changed a lot and it still is here to stay. So I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye. I need water, my mouth is so dry.